Hey, Dunspress 1242 here, and yeah, we are back with day 7 of the Casual Crystal playthrough. Yeah, so I know it's pretty late, but I wanted to make sure I tuned in at least for, I don't know, an hour today. So I did some stuff off screen. I went over to Goldenrod, and I I got Buena's password, and that's what we're actually going to do right now too. So Buena's password. Today's password is Ultra Ball. All right, thanks Buena. So yeah, we have to head over to Goldenrod Radio Tower, and along the way we are going to train Lucky up a little bit. So Lucky is our shiny Dunsparce. Can you believe it? We've actually got the shiny Dunsparce on our team. Yeah, so we're going to train up Lucky just as we progress. And another thing, we can evolve Periwinkle this episode. So before the end of the night, I think what I'd like to do is get the whole team up to level 20. But I'm not stressing about that. You know, if we do it, cool. If we don't, it'll probably be Lucky that's just, you know, straggling behind just a little bit. But, you know, for now, we're just enjoying the journey. This journey together. Anyway. Yeah, speaking of the trading card game, I picked up a couple packs of Pitch Black today. Yeah, I ripped those earlier. Didn't really pull anything that great. I think I pulled like an IR of Delmise. That was, you know, that was something, but not anything special. I pulled I think a Mega Zeraora and a Mega Darkrai EX. And then there's a Lurantis, I think. But yeah, nothing crazy. Yeah, so we are heading over to Goldenrod, and along the way, I'm gonna do a couple things. Like, I'd like to pick up my fastball that Kurt should have ready, and you know, for the berries that we notice and are able to grab quickly enough, I'll go ahead and grab them. Like that one, I won't grab. Since I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and train up Lucky just in this patch of grass for just a couple moments. That way we don't have to box them so soon, or you know, switch them out for Periwinkle so soon. We will do that at some point, but I wanna try to use Lucky as much as possible. And yeah, the reason I want to try to level them up here is so that we can just go into Dark Cave really quick, which is their Met location, and increase their happiness really quickly. And that reminds me, we also have to pick up Return. And get Lucky another haircut, and all the things. So, you know, it's a good thing that we're just chilling out right here. Soon we'll be able to head to Route 31, and those Pokemon will give Lucky really good experience. Kinda want to make sure that we don't, you know, we still have a ways to go before leveling up, right? Yeah, okay. I think even level 7 Bellsprout couldn't grant me a level up here, so We are solid. Yeah, so last time... Oh, yeah, last time was a really long stream. We did so much. We started off with the bug catching contest, which we did not win before we had to head on over to the game corner. And there we played for just over 2 hours. Literally longer than the single session of shiny hunting for Lucky, where we encountered 70 Dunsparce on top of the 30 we had encountered the night before. You know, actually, we have precedent that Dunsparce does win this 1v1. So, wow, yeah, that's really solid damage. Holy cow. Anyway, yeah, so we spent just a hair over 2 hours in the game corner, but then we were able to buy Wobbuffet and Cubone for 2,300 coins collectively. Alright, Lucky leveled up. I think I might want to get Lucky to level 10 before we keep progressing to Goldenrod. I'll see. I want to go heal them up at the moment. Yeah. So we finished off at the game corner, and then we went back to the bug catching contest to actually win a Sunstone. So that way when we catch a Gloom, we can go ahead and evolve them. But on Tuesday, we're going to head back to the bug catching contest and try to win we're going to try to catch a Scyther and win again so that we can evolve both a Gloom and a Sunkern, and that'll be all the Sunstones that we need. And then, you know, maybe one day I'll try to beat Cool Trainer Nick, which there's really no reason to do that other than to say you've done it. But I don't know, I kind of want to give that a go. In case you watched this, Zekrom Zekrom was kind of pushing me to do that, and you know, at first I was like, oh, there's no point in it, you know, because you're just, the odds are overwhelmingly against you. Like, he'll beat you regardless of what you catch, pretty much. We'll pick up this berry. Like, you can catch a level 14 Scyther and it doesn't matter, like, he'll beat you with a Butterfree or whatever. So it's best, if you're trying to win, to just enter the bug catching contest area, check for Cool Trainer Nick, and if he's there, to just reset. But anyway, so we did that a couple times until we finally won with a Pinsir. And yeah, we got our Sunstone. And after that, we did a couple of things. It was kind of a lot. I'm struggling to remember. We went back and caught all the Pokemon that we could catch, and the one that took the longest by far was Heracross. Yeah, Heracross, we were trying to find them in the headbutt trees all over Azalea, and then I thought I found out that you could get them in the route just before Azalea. I think that's Route 35. No, Route 33. Yeah, on Route 33, which is just that short little stretch of the road outside of Union Cave and just east of Azalea Town. So, oh, I got over there really quickly. Darn it, another Geodude. It's fine, especially since they're only level 2. But yeah, so we eventually found a Heracross, but I'm trying to remember. Basically, you know, we won the bug catching contest. We spent entirely too much time in the game corner, and we caught various Pokemon with Headbutt that we hadn't been able to catch up to that point. We deposited Baby Shark in the daycare, and we held off on picking up the odd egg because I kind of want to shiny hunt a Pokemon with that. And I know I said I wouldn't do any more shiny hunting, but the odd egg is unique in that it gives the trainer a 14% chance of getting a shiny. Not quite as good as a 50% chance as in the Japanese, not quite as good as the 50% chance that they were given in the Japanese version of the games, but still pretty solid. You know, I mean, 14% chance is much better than the, I don't know, 1 in 8,192. I don't know what that is as a percentage. Too lazy to use a calculator. But yeah, after basically super long time, we were able to, yeah, because the night before we took on the bug catching contest, we leveled up Yegdip, our Pidgey, all the way into a Pidgeot. And that took most of the day. That was a really long grinding session. But I thought that I was going to use them in the bug catching contest, but we ended up bringing Insidious, our Ghastly, which is able to put Scyther to sleep. Make them a lot easier to catch. And yeah, so we ran around catching all the spare Pokemon we hadn't been able to catch up to that point. And then we put Dunsparce on our team and headed back to the very beginning of the game, where we basically are now, to train them up a little bit, and we're leveling them up in Dark Cave to boost their friendship. Oh, I can read. Yeah, never mind, Ghastly. Good to see you, I guess. Yeah, so we want to boost Dunsparce's, our Lucky the Shiny Dunsparce's friendship, so that we can teach them Return and have it, you know, be good on them. So yeah, that's kind of our focus for today's stream. That's kind of all we're doing. You know, I wanted to stream a little bit earlier today, but I didn't have the time. You know, I busy this morning, and then yeah, because I went on a walk, had to paint basically all morning, and then had to go to work, and then there were some friends visiting out of town, so I went out to dinner with them, and I wanted to relax just a little bit after that, so yeah, then we, you know, now we're here. Okay, I want to heal this poison right now, because that is not, uh-oh, wait, okay, thank goodness. Yeah, we don't want Lucky to be poisoned. Dude, I don't have any other way to deal with that. Darn it. Well, that reminds me, we do want to use this X attack on Lucky. Yeah, I was thinking of maybe saving it for like a gym, but now that I think about it, that sounds kind of silly. Dude, I think I let you get a level up outside of the cave. I gotta check. Where did you grow to level 9? Okay, no, I did do that in the cave. Alright. Had to verify that real quick. I might go a little bit higher than level 9. I thought that Dunsparce had a bit steeper of a level curve than this, but they're progressing through the levels quite nicely. I guess, my perception of how long it takes to level up in these parts here is pretty skewed after training Baby Shark all the way up to level 23 around here. And eventually we got to Union Cave, and with the 92 experience from the level 6 Onyx that would appear every once in a while, it made it a little bit faster, but it was still crazy. Yeah, so today I woke up a little later than I wanted to, but it was fine, honestly. Like I like to wake up early because when I go out for my morning walk, if I wait too long, like I walk through a park and it's just really crowded. There are a lot of dogs, so that's nice, but it's just a lot of noise. Not from the dogs, from the people. And I vastly prefer going out in the early morning because it's so much more peaceful. And it's just a great way to start the day, just going out and being alone with my thoughts just for a little bit. And then work was actually pretty alright today. I was in kind of a bad mood, and then I don't know, I had this one interaction with someone and it just kind of, I don't know, something like clicked, and oh darn it. Oh well. Yeah, we wanted to get that level up in Dark Cave, but what can you do? Lucky you'll get to max friendship sooner or later. But I'm going to go ahead and use this X attack because that boosts friendship, happiness, whatever, just a little bit. And I still can't believe it. We got a shiny Dunsparce. Yeah, I've only done like 2 shiny hunts before. One was my Torkoal, which I got in like less than 50 eggs. And now Dunsparce, which I got on my 100th encounter. I have a shiny hunt for Rayquaza in my first ever playthrough of Emerald that I still haven't finished. Yeah, on that, I have a bunch of luxury balls that I've saved up that I grinded out in the Master Rank contest of Emerald, which took, oh my gosh, it was like weeks of grinding and learning how the contests were. It was so intense. But oh shoot, we've gotta go heal. I was really hoping that was a crit. But yeah, alright Poliwag, my bad. And we're going to use cut up here so we don't have to run into any Pokemon. Yeah, I don't know how long I want to grind up in this location. Maybe a couple more levels. Just goes by pretty quick. I think once we get to level 11, we'll go and head on to the next route. Since the Bellsprout there are a little bit stronger and give quite a bit more experience, then we can just scoot on back and we'll, you know, train just like we did with Baby Shark. Fortunately, we shouldn't have to do this with any other Pokemon. You know, the other Happiness Evolution Pokemon, I'm going to be careful to save until later in the game, where we can grind them up against like super high leveled Pokemon, so they just get a bunch of levels super quick. I'm also gonna try to get a bunch of like protein and like the stat boosting items. Yeah, I'm gonna try to make the rest of the happiness based evolutions in this game go by a lot faster than Baby Shark and Benny. And you know, they were at the beginning of the game, so they had a bit of a more than a bit of an unfair disadvantage, but you know, we got it out of the way. And you know, at least Dunsparce, like, we're not waiting for an evolution. We just want their return to be packed with power. Yeah, Rage is actually pretty strong. I'm pretty sure that shiny Pokemon have slightly stronger stats in Gen 2, but I don't know how much or like how that works. I'm also pretty sure that EVs aren't a thing in this game, but now I kind of want to look that up. Because if they do, I've been training this Dunsparce poorly. Okay. Whoa, what? Yeah, I don't understand how EVs work. Okay, yeah, they don't matter. So I guess, yeah, the stats are really complicated in Gens 1 and 2. I didn't know anything about this. I thought I would have at least heard. Oh, darn it. Okay. Oh, sick. Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm glad I caught that. Cool. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I'm staying a little bit more focused, because this is low-hanging fruit. These level ups are the easiest ones. Yeah, so I think we'll head on over to Route 31. now? 30, 32. 30, yeah, 32. I think. Let's see. How much? 369, yeah. It'll just be faster training against the Bellsprout on Route 32. Oh, I'm planning on playing for at least another hour. I know, pretty short stream today, but I'll make sure I get some good sleep tonight. And tomorrow I'll try to stream a little bit earlier in the day, closer to my regular schedule. But I'll also, at that point, I think we're gonna go ahead and take on Whitney. Because, you know, tomorrow it's either going to be taking on Whitney right away or finishing up the grind, which should only take about half an hour, and then taking on Whitney. So, you know, either way, we're taking on Whitney tomorrow. I want to make sure that Lucky is able to, like, I think I might want Lucky to be the one to bring Miltank down. It would be really cool if we could have Lucky take on every gym leader except for the first two in this game. You know, that would be pretty hard for some of them, like Jasmine and Chuck in particular. Oh, and I guess Morty is probably not worth attempting. Maybe we can pull something off, but I don't know. I'd have to take a look at the potential movesets that Lucky can have. Right. Yeah, I haven't seen a single Bellsprout yet, but they're lurking. I think once we get to level 13, it'll probably be at the point where heading all the way to Goldenrod won't be quite enough to level Lucky up to level 14. And then, as we head back, they'll probably level up on the way back to Dark Cave. Or, you know, they'll get close to leveling up and we'll switch them out for Periwinkle, who can go ahead and evolve. Yeah, I wanted to wait until we got on stream. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. So last night I almost went live a second time, but I decided, you know, that was maybe a bit too much. So I hopped on for like 20 minutes to head over to Goldenrod, get the points from Buena, which is what we're doing right now, and then I picked up Picnicker Gina's phone number so that she can call us at some point and give us a leaf stone. Yeah, and then we got Periwinkle close to what I think is the level that they evolve into Skiploom at. And then Lucky leveled up a couple times along the way. Alright, here's a Bellsprout. Level 7. I believe this gives 72 experience. Alright, let's see. I'm pretty sure we can battle one more Bellsprout Yeah, and still be fine. So hopefully we run into a Bellsprout so we can head right back to Dark Cave. That's fine. I think you give like 44 experience. 38. We're about to see. Nope, just 40. At 82, we'll go ahead. Hope that this is another level 5 Rattata. Yeah, there's no way you give 82 experience. Alright, so now with this Wooper taken out, we can head on back to Dark Cave, level you up to level 12, and repeat the process. Might even go all the way to level 15. You know, these levels are coming pretty quick. Oh, we gotta pick up that berry. Might as well heal up while we're here. Should only need 1 or 2 rages to level up in Dark Cave. Alright, who's it gonna be? Alright. Another Geodude. These darn Geodude just want all the smoke with Lucky. Ridiculous. Same outcome every time. You just get raged. Alright. Yeah, these rages are a lot stronger than I was expecting. Like, I really think Lucky could actually take on Whitney's Miltank with rage. I don't think I'll be doing that, but, you know, it's almost worth considering. Alright. Another Geodude! Ah! Okay. Should only be 3 rages. Oh. Not if you miss. Yeah, it's... Rage is a cool idea of a move, but, you know, having to take damage to deal more, it's just kind of, I don't know, a little risky. I feel like these days they would make it boost your attack, your base attack, just by 1 stage. These days the moves are not. They're a lot they're a lot kinder to the modern player. Things were just a lot more bare bones back in Gen 1 and Gen 2. I'd say, I don't know. That's a whole conversation on its own. Probably not worth getting into. Okay, how much experience do you need? Oh, leaf stone. Okay, Yep, so we are changing plans and heading straight to Route 34 because we need this Leaf Stone. So, you know, if Lucky levels up, or if Lucky gets close to leveling up, we'll switch to Periwinkle. Like, that's fine. And then at that point, we'll, you know, Periwinkle, Skiploom, we'll go ahead and switch back and forth with the rest of the team as we, you know, make our way back to Dark Cave to level Lucky up, and then, you know, we'll do things just like we were earlier. Head to Union Cave and back and just level up. I don't know how many times it'll take for Lucky to get high enough friendship for return to be a really good move. Because they start off at 70. Let's see, how much friendship do you get for each level? Okay, yeah, so we're definitely at over 100. And it's plus 6 for between 100 and 199 for each level. So, get to level 20. It's going to be 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Another 8, so 148. Gotta do haircut. We can check to see how much happiness we get from that. Yeah, the haircut. Leveling up the Met location. We don't have any vitamins, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, battling a gym leader would really only give 2 friendship, so kind of not worth it. I can't meet Daisy Oak, and then walking 512 steps. We've actually done that quite a bit, and especially since we're biking now, happens faster. And then yeah, just using a battle item. So we'll check out the source because yesterday we got a haircut from the older brother, and we can see how much friendship we gained from that. That's all for Gen. Okay, grooming, haircut brothers. Yeah, okay, so there was only one additional friendship point yesterday. And then I'm not sure which brother shows up today, but we want to see them be delighted or happy at least. Okay. Yeah. It's overwhelmingly lucky. It's overwhelmingly likely that we get at least happy. Delighted is a bit more tricky. Only happens about 10% of the time with the younger brother. But that's plus 10 friendship. Up until you get up to 200 happiness, and then it's only plus 4. But still, that's nothing to sniff at. Oh yeah, Lucky, you are bringing on the hurt. Yeah, so the reason we are beelining for Picnic Regina is because... So, Hiker Andrew called us the other day and asked for a rematch. And I was just, sort of banking that, leaving it for whenever we would, travel back in this direction. And then he called us a couple more times about nothing in particular, so I didn't really think much of it. But then when I ended up back here, I talked to him and he didn't want to battle anymore. So I'm pretty sure if they call you for something, and then you take too long to get there, when they call you again, they talk about something else, that first thing is over. I don't know if it's the same with items. And there's a chance that with that battle it's because I waited until the next day. But I do know that with swarms at least that isn't the case. So, maybe I just took too long? Well, regardless I took too long. I should have gone straight over, but maybe the problem was that I didn't go, I don't know, soon enough. Yeah, I don't know exactly what the mechanic there is, but whenever there's something we want to do, we'll head on over to that trainer. Yeah, for dinner tonight. Oh man, it was so good. I had like a 16 or 20 ounce New York cut steak. And like I'm not normally a steak guy, so I was kind of going for it just because we were at an Italian restaurant and I'm not a big fan of pasta. I'm not like anti-pasta, but I just wasn't really feeling pasta. So I picked up the steak, and when it got there, I was like, wow, that thing is huge. Like, really big. But it was so good. I definitely regret not eating more steak growing up. But anyway, after that, we went out for ice cream. And I had this particular ice cream that I had a lot growing up. So good. And like seeing it again, I just had to pick it up. Okay, so 71 experience. We are going to go ahead and switch Periwinkle up to the front now. And, this will be a good litmus test, because Periwinkle only needs 69 experience to level up. So I'm pretty sure pretty much any Pokemon that we would have battled with Lucky would have been enough to trigger the level up. Okay, thank you for missing that. Oh, okay. Cool. Alright, so not quite enough to get the level up, but a little bit too close for comfort. Yeah, now Periwinkle is about to level up, and if I remember correctly, about to evolve. Alright. Periwinkle wants to learn Sleep Powder. And that one's worth considering, but I'd rather hold on to poison powder for the damage. Yeah. So we will hold off on that. One thing I want to check really quick though. Okay. I guess Hoppip, and only Hoppip, is oh wait. How do you get this move? Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, so there are no moves that Hoppip can learn that the other two can't, so we are okay. I guess I'm wrong. That's fine. I kind of don't want to know when you evolve. Ooh. Oh, you know what? Huh. So I'm looking at these three Pokemon. They're Gen 2 learn sets. And Hoppip learns Mega Drain at level 30. Skiploom doesn't learn it until level 36. And Jumpluff doesn't learn it until level 44. And you know, as anxious as I am to, you know, when do you learn Giga Drain? Or when do we get Giga Drain? Because we can get that early enough. Oh no. Man, that's unfortunate. Man. Yeah, so you don't get Giga Drain until you beat Erica all the way in Kanto. And that's the only grass type move aside from Solar Beam you can use. So, I mean, and Mega Drain. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think we need to delay the Hoppip evolution. Yeah, so we can pick up Leech Seed and Mega Drain. And let me just make sure there aren't any moves that we'd be missing out on by delaying So let me make sure. Let's look at Skiploom. Learn set between, I don't know, level 17 and 30. Yeah, just Leech Seed and Mega Drain. Alright, so sorry to do this to you, Periwinkle, but we want to make sure you can function on the team decently. I don't want you to only know Tackle until level 44. So, that does make things a little bit tricky, because now Now we have to deal with whether Hoppip can really be on the team. I mean, if their best attacking move is Giga Drain, we've really got to... I mean, Mega Drain. Got to think about how useful that could be. I definitely want to use them for the rest of this game. You know, I'm really excited to use Jumpluff. I don't want to give that up. I might have to give them Hidden Power. I could do Sunny Day. I mean, there are a lot of different moves that we could teach them. I'll have to give that some thought, but for now, we're gonna go ahead and delay Periwinkle's evolution until level 30, because they've got to know at least Mega Drain as soon as possible. We'll test what their hidden power type is, I think. Because it's just necessary. Yeah, if we've only got that one attacking move, I don't want to make you pure support. I want you to be able to fight. You need to. Alright, we have made it through Ilex Forest pretty much. And now we can go ahead and pick up this Leaf Stone. At least I hope it's a Leaf Stone that Picnicker Gina has for us. And then I'm gonna check how much money we have. I'm pretty sure we have like next to none. But we're gonna figure out how we can generate enough funds to... Yeah, here you are. Yeah, the Leaf Stone. Alright, now we can evolve our Weepinbell. Yeah, please do call me with more Leaf Stones, because sure it's more than just Weepinbell that needs Leaf Stone to evolve. Oh wow, that did nothing. Yeah, this training in particular is going to be so rough. Please don't put me to sleep. Okay, perfect. I am going to poison powder you so we can get some consistent damage on you even if you do put us to sleep. You can defense curl all you want, it will not help you now, Jigglypuff. Of course you gotta hit that sing at the last moment. Such a goober. But it's alright. We can go heal. And I don't want to battle these two security guards. The one right before the national park and the one right below us. So, first thing I want to do is go and pick up Return, because we'll just take the elevator. Take me to floor 5. And I don't think there's anything I can get in the basement right now. Oh! Okay. Yeah, it would be really cool if you gave me another leaf stone this quickly, but I figured that wouldn't be the case. Wait. Please tell me that's you. Alright, nice. Let me see. I know you don't give me another one, but okay, I was kind of hoping to... Oh, right, you. Oh, okay. So these moves are great. These are the elemental punches. Yeah, Ice Punch, Fire Punch, and Thunder Punch. We'll be able to get those someday, but for today, that is not a reality. Let's see. I will be able to give the Miracle Seed to Hoppip soon. Ether. Guess we could sell the Ether. I don't like doing that, but I don't know what else I'd sell. We might have to do that. Gosh darn it. Oh wait, no. We can battle the security guards. Cool, and we'll head to the we'll head to the 6th floor. I know we could take the stairs, but I want to make sure because yeah, I didn't head up here first time. Yeah. The vending machines, drinks. We can't afford any of them, so won't even bother. Oh wow. We quit bother? Wow, so rude. Yeah, I do feel like battling right now. But the one with the green roof, I wonder if you can tell which which house they're talking about. Bargain sales every so often. Oh, the dolls? Yeah, I don't think you can actually get dolls from that one. Oh, I was wondering what that back there was. Okay, well, it doesn't seem like there's anything we can do here right now. But that's fine. We do want to go ahead and buy those at some point, because I think they're pretty economical, if I remember correctly, but we're heading down to the the basement level. Hoping that there's at least a couple items we can grab. The current configuration. Let's see, how would we manage this? I'm pretty sure that if you just head back up and then I don't know. Let's see, if I talk to them, do you do anything? Doesn't look like it. Does this change anything? No. What if I go up a floor and then back down? We'll just do this one time. I thought I heard that if you leave and then come back that it'll be a different arrangement. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Alright, an Ultra Ball. That'll be helpful, potentially. Okay, so we're gonna do that a couple more times. Maybe just one more time. I think there's only one other item that we can actually get access to. Not sure how stringent they are with the this particular mechanic with leaving and coming back, so we're just gonna try it the way I know it works, which is that. Right. Cool. Okay, another ether. I don't want to have to sell those. I like holding on to those until the end of the game. Well, you better have burn heal. Might have to hold on to that until a certain hot-headed geezer shows up for us to battle. But I think that's all the items that we can get there for now, so we'll go ahead and give... What is her name? You know, we're... Buena. We'll give her password, get another point, and scoot on out of here. We'll head back to level up Lucky our Dunsparce. Hey, Buena. Do remember. Yes, and I will join the show, but we won't do the whole talk fest. Oh, okay. I'm glad I didn't answer too quickly. Yeah, thank you for the point, Buena. That is point number 2. Got 28 points to go. So in a month, a whole month, we will be able to get Buena's Pokegear number. Oh, go ahead and bring Thrasher. Yeah, we haven't used Thrasher in a long time. But let's bring Thrasher to the front to take out these darn Growlithe. And I'm fine just letting Thrasher battle both of the Growlithe. Because ideally I'd like to have Thrasher get to level 25 as soon as possible. Oh, you only battle me one time. Man, That's such an improvement with Heart Gold and Soul Silver. These guys are supposed to be able to battle you every night. Ah, what a shame. Alright, well, let's see how many levels you have trained my baby shark. Alright, level 27. 15 levels to go. That's just to help catch Entei, I'm pretty sure, because I think there's a chance that Entei knows Crunch or something. And I don't really want Insidious to get knocked out by that. Oh right, that reminds me, I have to pick up this fastball. Then start grinding away on another one, which honestly Nah, I don't want to stay up that late. I want to get to sleep. I don't think I'm going to do that much grinding tonight after all. You know, it's already been an hour and we really haven't done any of it. You know, there's too much running back and forth to really get some good grinding in at this point. Yeah. Once we get Lucky up to level 20, then we can, you know, just hang out around here. At that point, I hope that Lucky is, you know, maxed out in friendship. And with all the running back and forth that we're doing, I wouldn't be surprised if they are. but who knows? Gosh darn it. Oh, you know what? I want to save right now because last stream the save or the game just kind of froze and I wasn't able to figure out how or why. I didn't bump the device I'm using to play, and the cord didn't come unplugged or anything, so I don't know. Something fishy was going on there, and I want to make sure that I don't lose all this progress I've made. Especially because at this point, I don't know if I'd be able to get everything done in time. I know I've got well over an hour, and that's about how long I've been on, but I'm a little pooped. I'm tired. Time for me to go to bed. Alright, here we are back in Azalea Town. Let's go ahead and heal up. Just good practice. And yeah, we'll just keep Thrasher up at the front until we get to level 20. I'm tempted to go all the way to level 25, but I don't know. I wanted... So, going back to... Oh, yeah, the fastball. Going back to the Hoppip conversation. You know, since they've got to get to level 30 before we can really use them. I mean, the thing is, we wouldn't be using them against Morty anyway. You know, I want them to be on the team for that battle. It just feels right. Keeping the main team around throughout all of that. But yeah, I mean, it almost seems like we could try and Hoppip up to level 30. I don't know, because that would put us at level 32. Yeah, I don't know, just thinking a lot of things right now. Trying to figure out what exactly it is I want to do. Okay, Hooper is a ground type. I thought they were water ground, but wasn't confident. We'll go ahead and give you a magnitude. Alright, magnitude 9. That'll give you what for? Ooh, Onyx, nice. Cool. Magnitude 7. Thrasher's level 18. We'll go ahead and keep Thrasher up front. Want them to evolve into Graveler as soon as possible. I'm fine if they're a little bit over level 20 by the time we're taking on Whitney. Honestly, I'd be fine if they were level 25 evolved and boxed by the time we take on Whitney. Because, you know I've been saying that I wanted to keep them on just as like a backup, but I think we're fine without Thrasher for Whitney. You know, we'll be fine. Yeah, so now it's back to training Lucky. We've got to take on 2 Pokemon regardless, so we're just going to do that in Dark Cave. I'm thinking maybe I can only get Lucky up to level 15 today. That might have to be it, because I'm feeling pretty darn exhausted. I just wanted to make sure I got a stream in before the end of the day, so that we could do all that stuff. Let's see. Yeah, we caught all those Pokemon. Pick that up. Tuesday, Thursday. Okay, so Monday, tomorrow morning. Gotta make sure we hop on in the morning, because there's just free money lying around. Yeah, there is someone in the underground. Oh, darn it. Yeah, I just remembered we gotta head back. Gotta head back to Goldenrod because we forgot to get Lucky a haircut. Alright, now you're level 13. I might get you to level 15 and then just go get that haircut and see where we're doing there. Alright, you learned Glare. Nice. So yeah, I think we level you up to 15. By going back and forth between about 32 right here and Dark Cave. Honestly, maybe we just go for the full circuit. I don't know. I want to maximize these steps. Gotta get our steps in, gosh darn it. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. More steps, the better. More opportunities to train the rest of the team. Why not? Yeah, Lucky's got all this rage in them. They're just raging against everyone they see. So much rage. Oh, please battle me, Alan. Darn it. Yeah, Alan, oh boy, Alan, that Tangela gives a ton of experience. It was like 500 experience the first time we battled that Tangela. And that wasn't a rematch or anything. This baseline, I hadn't out half a rag. One thing we do plan on doing pretty soon here, I'm gonna start bringing other Pokemon onto the team. And that's why we want Thrasher to evolve as soon as possible. Because, you know, there's not a whole lot of room on the team. And there are a lot of Pokemon that just want to get some attention. So we're now at that point in the game where we can bring Pokemon like Toxica, our Weedle, and Violet, our Caterpie, and just bring them on, head to a route, like, say Route 35. We could just battle some, like, for like 5 minutes, and they'll be ready to evolve. Okay, not that quick, but, you know, pretty darn close to it. Making our way along. Okay, we're making our way downtown, biking fast. Ace is past. But we are not homebound. Yeah, all these extra steps are not not a bad thing. Now we've got to battle Pokemon regardless. The extra steps help us build friendship, help Baby Shark gain some more experience. Yeah, there's nothing bad about it. Except it just takes time. You know, Lucky's having a blast. Just gets to take all their rage out in Pokemon of early game Crystal. Duck, 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 duck. Oh yeah, at dinner tonight I also had a slice of garlic bread. It was so good. I haven't had garlic bread in so long. It's one of my favorites. Okay, we needed to Yeah, head down here. Where was it? Is it this way to get in? No. Hold up, how do you... There's a game corner. That should be Bill's house, though. Oh, so then it must be here. No? Is it here? Yeah, here we are. Okay, you two battle for the herbist. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we just need 224 Poke. That's not terrible, it's not great, but not too much. We just gotta figure out how we can scrounge up cost of a little more than a single Pokeball. Alright, what can we sell? It might have to be one of our ethers. Oh wait, Burn Heal. Okay. Oh, we definitely want to hold on to that. Yeah, they're not worth selling. Man, really don't want to sell any of those either. Dude, I don't know how we can get the rest of the money that we need. Man, this is tricky. One thing I didn't do is check here. Yeah. I don't think we have any matches. But that's to be expected. Man, how can we do this? Thing I do want to do. Pretty sure you. Oh. Oh yeah, I was down a little bit. Could be you right here. Okay, you say my Dunsparce is quite cute. Doesn't tell me what I need to know. Okay, what can we do? Oh, run into a Pokemon, I guess. Drowsy give pretty darn good experience. Probably too much for us. Yeah, because we would level up. We're going to go ahead and run. I think what I have to do is look for a hidden item somewhere. I think there are some hidden items. So, let's see. I know this is suboptimal gameplay, but I'm just... Okay, let's head where we actually are right now. I'm fine checking Ilex. Sure. Two tiles west of the sign near the pond, and there's a full heal that is hidden. At the end of the narrow path east of the trainer tip sign. 7 tiles east of the man who gives the TMO2. Okay. Level 7. We'll go ahead and run. I'll focus on getting this item right now. I think... Darn it. Okay, level 5, I think we're safe to go ahead and take out. Yeah, there should be a super potion right here. Soon, I'm hoping we can progress by taking on some of these gym trainers and get a little bit more money. No, is it here? Okay, where is this guy? Yeah, there it is. Cool. And since we only need... I mean, we don't even need 100. Okay. I know they're giving me more than that for a super potion. So still gonna go ahead and run because I can't remember exactly how much experience you gave that first time. And I don't want to risk anything. Now I'm fine checking. 55. Pretty sure we have 65, right? 62. Good enough for me. Get raged. This is outrageous. Got so much rage. Yeah. Good job, Lucky. Yeah, perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and switch you with Thrasher. Then, yeah, so that's 2, 4, 6, and 17 levels until everyone is level 20. Definitely not happening tonight. We'll see how far I can go before I can't take it anymore. But it won't be too much longer. Oh, yeah. Come on, Thrasher. Come on, what is that? I think... Okay, yeah, no, that's one thing we can be doing. Happiness checker crystal. I trust you to take out this Venonat without me having to look, Thrasher. Okay. Yeah, so now we can sell this super potion. Get Lucky another haircut. We're hoping to see is that... No. Oh, I'm so glad we didn't buy. That would have been such a pain. Yeah, let's go ahead and sell the super potion. Yeah, that's okay. And so if we can see that Lucky is delighted by this haircut, that would be awesome. But actually, one second. Okay. Yeah, Lucky is between 100 and 149 happiness right now. And where is this tab? Oh yeah, it'll be... Here we are. Okay, we'll check back there, but between 100 and 140... Well... Yeah, okay, so we're getting 6 friendship per level up right now. And then... For the vitamins, we'd only get 3. We'll hold off on using those. Okay, and now let's check grooming thing with the brothers. Alright, so we want to see delighted. That would be awesome. And yeah, if it happens organically, it happens organically. Let's just confirm real quick. I want you to tell me that Lucky still not too happy with us. Tell me straight, Doc. Quite cute. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, we're going here. Alright, younger brother. Give my Dunsparce a haircut. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad I didn't mash A. I was right about to. Yeah, you're giving Lucky a haircut. Alright. Lucky looks a little happier. Darn it, that's only 1 happiness. A 60% chance with the younger brother, so, you know, it's only to be expected. But I was really hoping that be something different. Is there any chance that that one friendship did the difference? No, okay. Alright, well, with all that out of the way, time to head on back to Dark Cave again. Yeah. Wanna get Lucky leveled up. Train up the rest of the team just a little bit. What I think what I'm gonna do with the rest of the stream is I'm kind of liking just maximizing this amount of time spent running back and forth. It's, you know, we're getting more steps like that. So as much as I'd like to stay up here, train the rest of the team up to level 20, and then head back to the earlier part of the game so we don't have to keep running as far, I think we're just going to keep running all the way across this part of the region. Alright. I had to turn on my fan there. It's starting to get a little bit intense in here. All right. Oh, I'm glad I caught myself in time. Wouldn't mind going into Slowpoke well, but also don't need to. And, you know, I'll go ahead and still just keep using Rock Throw on these Wooper. Might not be very effective, but still knocks them out. Whereas I don't know if I can say the same about Geodude and Onix. Alright, Thrasher. Thrasher might be the only one that gets up to level 20 tonight, but, you know, it's better than none of the Pokemon, honestly. And considering we're not really actively trying to grind them up, just passively getting up to level 20 is pretty darn good. I will not complain about that. I'm hoping that I get another call from, like, I don't know, getting a call from, like, Schoolboy Alan saying he wants to battle would be, like, the best thing. Oh, honestly, oh, yeah, we can see Magnitude 10 finally. Aw, darn it. I was really hoping they would make that animation look different than the other magnitudes. But now Thrasher's level 19. Okay, we're almost back to Dark Cave. Just in the nick of time. Here's another reminder to you all to stay hydrated. It is hot out there. If you are in the northern hemisphere, it is summer. It's important to, you know, stay hydrated. So go on and do that. If you don't got water by you right now, you're doing something wrong. Alright. I'll quit that for now, but let's go ahead and Get lucky to level up again. This time we're fortunate. They only need 7 experience, and I don't think there's a single Pokemon in this entire cave that could give us less experience than that. Like, I think even if I switch train with this Zubat, well, depending on how they split, yeah, I think they do round down, but even then, yeah, we would have had exactly enough. Alright, 623 experience to get to level 15. I think we'll head on over to Ilex. Yeah. Battle whoever we can along the way and gain experience as we do. All right. Look at Lucky, our shiny Dunsparce, go! Growing up so fast. Yeah, Glare is honestly kind of tempting to keep on for a little while. We gotta pick up quite a few TMs to give Dunsparce a moveset that, you know, is worth writing home about. Like, for instance, I think we are going to go ahead and run Rest Talk. We might do, like, Rest, Toxic Protect in return. Protect is pretty darn good. Or Toxic Protect, rather. An annoying combo for sure, but it works. If I remember correctly, I don't know much about base stats, but yeah, that's not how I like pay attention to Pokemon stats. It's kind of hard to explain what I do because I don't fully understand it. But yeah, I'm not super familiar with base stats. But from what I remember, Dunsparce has pretty good HP. Means they can just sit there and take hits for days. Unless that hit is close combat anyway. Alright, good work, Lucky. You know, I think we can just go ahead and head all the way to this happiness evaluator's house. Yeah, you know, we're a little under halfway to the next level. Yeah, I think that's the way we'll do things, is just run back and forth between the happiness evaluator's house and Dark Cave. Well, darn it. Glaring at you now. That was not cool, dude. It will bide our time. You can tackle me all you want. Not gonna break through my defenses. Alright, there we go. Okay, so we've only got 4 more rages. I was not keeping track of that at all. So we'll probably be forced to switch before we leave Ilex. That's fine. I mean, we're pretty close to the next level anyway. Basically caught up the rest of the team. Pretty darn nice to see. Okay, I think I want to paralyze you right off the bat. And hopefully you decide to disable me right now. Oh well. Cool. Alright, 53 more experience, no rages left. Switch you with Thrasher and see how close you are. 137. Yeah, taking out another Oddish would have been pretty darn sick, but we can do that on the way back. It's a good thing to know that, yeah, it takes about 1 trip to Goldenrod to see, or to get us, to get us pretty darn close to the next level. Alright, what do you gotta say? Lucky's still just cute. It's friendly toward you. It looks sort of happy. Alright. What does that mean? Alright, 150 to 199. probably at 150 happiness right now, or just about there. I'm gonna go ahead and heal you up. And we can take on, I think, any Pokemon in Ilex Forest. Not have to worry about a level up. Oh. Go figure, huh? Ooh, yeah, I'm not gonna battle you. I know I can beat you, but I don't know how much experience you give. You, on the other hand, I know you give 78 experience. Bring it on, Oddish. Oh, sweet scent. I was hoping you would have gone for Absorb, so that rage would have done just a little bit more damage, but that's fine. Now we will go ahead and bring Lucky back to the second position. Thinking maybe just another 15 minutes or so. Or maybe we'll just keep going until Lucky gets to level 17? Maybe when Lucky gets to level 17 and Thrasher gets to level 20. Once those two things happen. That should be quick enough. I've been gone from the early game for just a bit too long for me to remember who reliably gives like 40 experience. Otherwise, I would just go ahead and level Lucky up against them before going into the Dark Cave, but since I can't remember, we'll just have to get the last like 50 or so experience from them, which will take like 2 or 3 battles. But, you know, that's that's about how much it would take anyway, so we're not really losing out on time. Alright, I am curious. I know I said I'd be using Magnitude on these, but I just want to know. Okay. Yeah, that does not take you out. I bet this one does. Yeah. Alright, Rattata. You wanna tussle with the muscle? Shoot. Better hustle on out of here. Hustle and bustle and bustle and minin'. I think that's a sign that I am starting to wind on down for the night, so I think, you know, if we can get lucky to level 17, great, but I don't know. I think just getting Thrasher to level 20 will be good enough. And then wherever Lucky ends up, that's where they end up. If I get Lucky up to level 17, I'm really going to want to get them up to level 18. It's just a messy cycle. So, if Lucky levels up 8 times, that would be 48 happiness. Yeah, Lucky... So... Once Lucky gets to level 21, they'll be above 200 happiness for sure. Maybe even by the time they get to level 20. Alright, there we go. Level 15. How far do we gotta go now? 714. Alright. Y'all know the drill. We are heading back to the happiness evaluator. She will not be telling us anything different for the rest of the night because, gosh darn it, I'm tired. There's no way we can gain over 50 happiness in the time it takes me to get too tired to keep going on. We'll go ahead and save right here just to make sure we don't lose any progress. Yeah, you know, this is a solid first week of this game. We've caught 60 Pokemon already. That's crazy. 60 Pokemon before we even have 3 badges? I feel like Gary Oak right now. We'd have way more if we were focusing on evolving all the Pokemon we can. That's the crazy part. Oh man. Darn it. I was really hoping we could one-shot that Rattata. But I think by next level we should be able to one-shot some of these Pokemon in the level 6 to level 7 range. Yeah, the consistent one-shot, what we're looking for here. We won't be able to get against these Geodude until we get Return at max happiness. Because by then we'll be, you know, well in our level 20s, and he has a move that's like 5 times stronger with higher attack, and yeah, there will be a lot of a lot of different variables going into play by that point. Coming into play is what I should have said, but anyway. Alright, we gotta remember to heal as soon as we get out of this cave. I don't even know if we can take out this Geodude. Yeah, unless you tackle us. Alright. Yeah, I wish he'd been tackling from the beginning, but you know, we got one more rage. We will use it against pretty much anyone we run into. But I'm hoping... Ooh, yeah, we got quite a distance to go. So Wooper, if you're level 4... level 5, huh? Well, maybe we get a crit. No. Can't get that lucky. Just 3... No, not even... Oh, for this... I think we will switch, because... You know, it's only 46 experience each, but... You know, better to take the experience when it's handed to us. All right. Yeah, let's heal you up. We've just passed the 2-hour mark. I think on this cycle, we... Yeah, what level are we? 15, so it's just 2 more levels, huh? I don't know. This takes a lot of effort and time, energy. All these things are things I just don't have when it comes to the rest of the night. Not even a full hour. But we will persevere. Yeah. Really want to provoke me, Paris? Alright. Oh, please, please, please. The exact same call. And... Alright. I mean, Lucky is just so darn close. Guess I'll give myself another 15 minutes, but then we are calling it there regardless of where we end up. But you know, I can't really say we did a lot this stream because we didn't. But shoot. And it'll still be nighttime. Thinking about heading into the underground to take advantage of the shop that opens up on Monday mornings. That is free money. And we could use it to... We're going to use it to buy Pokeballs. Because we need them. Do we want to heal? Nah, we're fine. We just gotta get through Ilex Forest. You know what though? 279. Yeah, let's go ahead and go through this grass, because pretty much any Pokemon we run into will get us pretty darn close to that level up. Oh, maybe not you. You are level 12, so maybe, but have to see. Uh, 99. We'll take on one other Pokemon. Not you, though. You don't give enough experience. Not worth the time. Also, 180. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and run on back. Yeah, we are looking out for 180 experience. So, just gotta be mindful of how much we're gaining each battle. Stay below that 180 number. Alright, that brings it down to 127. And this should bring us down to 49. I mean, it is time to switch for Thrasher. All right. Yeah. Yeah, just doing that one more time should not take that long. Kinda wish I'd been timing it out now, but that's alright. I think I will go ahead and leave Thrasher up front. And just keep switching with them. Because once it comes time for tomorrow, it'll be a lot easier to train everyone else up. Because we can just head on up to, oh, what is it called? Like Route 34, 35, 36 in the national park. Well, not Route 36. I think that's where you can only run into like level 5 Pokemon. But yeah, we want to make sure Thrasher gets as much experience as possible because we want them to evolve into Graveler as soon as possible. Yeah, Thrasher is level 20, and Lucky is just one level away, which is... one level away from level 17, is what I meant. But... yeah, that, I think, leaves us with like 11 levels to gain. If I'm remembering correctly, but... we shall see. Thrasher is just climbing along, closer and closer to being a Graveler and then getting off the team. Oh, I thought I was like getting a call or some event was happening there. I guess I just stopped pressing the button. And yeah, that 84 experience is so good. Oh, darn it. All right. Here we are. Back at Dark Cave, where Lucky can get a little bit closer. Catching up. Alright. Need 49 experience, so this Zubat will not do the trick, but can at least one-shot them pretty cleanly and get 15 experience? Yeah. If we could find a level 4 Geodude, you know, it'd take a while to knock him out, but Whoops. Like I said, but you know, once we do, pretty sure that will be enough. Level 4. All right. Oh yeah, that did a lot of damage. Shoot, Lucky, you're a monster. Oh man, yeah, 49 experience on the dot. Okay. How close are we? 802. All right. 3, 6, 9. Right. We are basically there. Alright, Wooper. If you could go down to a single rage, that would be awesome, but no, you won't. Oh, nice. Okay, well, hoping we can get through this grass without too many more encounters. I think I saw we're down to 4 rages. And just like that, we did it. Right, yeah, so if we make it all the way to Route 35, we're going to be able to get this level. You know, just a few minutes later than I would have liked, but that's fine. Probably going to end up being a 2.5-hour stream. I guess it's about 10 more minutes. Yeah, today we did not get up to all too much. We mainly focused on grinding. But that's fine, you know, some episodes are gonna be grinding episodes, others are gonna be more action-packed. Like tomorrow, we're gonna battle Whitney. We're gonna get a bunch of free money for beating all those trainers and the gym, and then go into the shop down in the underground tunnel of Goldenrod, and that might be it. Speaking of free money, we've also got our mom holding on to a bunch of money for us right now. Yeah, I remember as a kid seeing mom call and be like, "Hey, saw an item that looked pretty great, so I bought it with your money. Don't worry, I'm sending it your way." It's like, you try to sound like you're doing me a favor, but all you did was just buy something for me with my money without my permission. You don't even know whether I would like it. And, you know, granted, most of the time you do like it, but you know, it's just funny thinking back to then, where you're like, whoa, what do you mean you're using my money? It's mine, I earned it. But yeah, that's actually a thing, with at least the Gen 4 remakes. I don't know if it's the case for Gen 2, but you know, whenever your mom says, so I bought it with your money, you know, she doesn't actually use any of the money that you send to her. So you're just getting all those items for free. Alright. We're getting closer and closer. I almost felt tempted to turn around there, but we are maximizing our steps. Gosh darn it. There. Let's see, one moment here. Yeah, okay. Just had to confirm something real quick. Oh, yeah. I'm really hoping that we can call this pretty much right at 2.5 hours. But, yeah, I think that's very much doable. We are halfway to level 17. What we're doing right now is heading back to Goldenrod to just talk to the happiness evaluator one more time. And that should... well, that shouldn't be anything different than we've already heard. He'll tell us that Lucky is friendly towards me, and that they look sort of happy. Alright, Lucky. Little bit further to go. Then we can rest. Well, you can't rest quite yet. Or you can't use rest anyway. But one day, Lucky, you will be able to use rest at your leisure. Almost tempting to just turn back now, but nah, we are going all the way to the happiness evaluator and checking our happiness level, deciding if not sure what I was going to say there actually. Yeah, it's time to go ahead and throw in the towel pretty darn soon here. Alright, yep, Dunsparce is somewhere in the 150 to 199 range. We are going to heal up. Just to make sure that Lucky can make their way all the way back to Dark Cave without having to switch for Thrasher. You know, at least as far as PowerPoints is concerned. Once Lucky is too close to leveling up, we will go ahead and bring out Thrasher anyway. Oh, darn it. You know what? No, it's not worth it. Yeah, Venonat are annoying because they can just disable us like that. And last time it took quite a number of turns for it to break, so no thanks to that. How close are you? 206, huh? Oh yeah, we do want to head this way. Okay, well, the move here is to rage and hope they go for anything other than disable. But if you disable, then we run, and that's it. Alright. Cool. Another 53 experience. I think that leaves us at 149? Might be totally wrong. 153. Alright. You're good on moves, right? Yeah. Alright. 48 experience. As long as we have over 92. Yeah. We'll go ahead and take out any Pokemon we see in here. Now we gotta go ahead and switch back to Thrasher, because just a little bit too close to that level up. I do want to see how much experience does this Rattata give. 48. Well, that's less than what we need, so we can go ahead and knock out a Rattata if we see them. Does the same hold true for Zubat? Level 7. I'd rather not take the chance. Rattata is fine. Right, now we've got to bring Thrasher up to the front. Cool. Wow, I can't believe we didn't run into another Pokemon. Let's go ahead and heal here just so we remember. We'll go ahead and go up the bridge side this last time because that's less Pokemon overall, or fewer. And, you know, that's kind of valuable at a time right now. We are on our last burst of energy. Now, everyone's up to level 17 at least. Got 2 at level 20 and 1 at level 18. You know, I see Elephant at level 20 and I can hardly remember how I got them up there. Yeah, I'm trying to remember and my mind is just coming up blank. Oh, you know, Dunsparce gotta get some good rest tonight. But that shouldn't be too hard. Alright. Bring Lucky to the front. Alright. Any Pokemon will do. Literally any Pokemon will do. Even if you're level 2. Yeah. Alright, and with that, Lucky is at level 17. Yeah. So, you tuned in today. Thank you so much for all the support. You know, it really means a lot to me. Yeah, I'm having a blast with this casual crystal playthrough so far. I think you should be closer, but let's see. You should be at the back. Yeah, alright. We will... I know I said Lucky should be at the back, but we actually want to keep him there, so... Yeah, we're going to be training Lucky first and foremost. But it's just 3 more levels. It'll only take about, I don't know, an hour tops tomorrow. Yeah. Alright. Once again, you tuned into today's stream. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all the support. Oh. Okay. I was kind of worried that he wanted to battle. Yeah, I really appreciate all the support for this pretty new series. You know, it's nice seeing like regular viewers and, you know, just words of encouragement along the way. It just really helps me out. Helps me keep up the mental to make sure I can, you know, log in. You know, I know it's a... For some reason I thought there was an item there. Or is it here? Oh well. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'd like to say, but nothing's come to mind, you know? Tomorrow we're gonna finish off this grinding session and take on Maylene. if that's all we do tomorrow, you know, I'd still consider that a success because we've done so much these last few streams. We had 2 6+ hour streams in the last 3 days. And, you know, we did so much in some of them, like shiny hunting a Dunsparce successfully and 100 Dunsparce encounters. I mean, that's just crazy numbers. Yeah, I'm just biking around because I want to get those extra steps in for happiness and to help Baby Shark level up passively. But anyway, that is going to do it for today's episode of the Casual Crystal Nuzlocke. Until next time, stay hydrated, y'all. Oh, come on. Gotta mess up with my intro and my outro like that. Okay. Like I said, until next time, stay hydrated, y'all. And remember, I'm way too early at saying that, but, and remember, gotta catch 'em all.